Today we're back looking at some adults acting like children. Get ready for some of these public freakouts. The streamer Johnny Somali, who's been harassing people in Japan for months, has been arrested. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a tiny bit of context about this guy. Basically, this guy is like a Twitch streamer. I'm not sure if he does it on Twitch, Kick, Instagram, or like YouTube. He's basically a streamer, an IRL one. So he goes out and he live streams his day. There's no issue with that. However, this guy goes out of his way to irritate people. And I swear I also seen a video of him getting punched a week ago. Okay, so there he is. And he's getting arrested. I mean, he deserves this because he's been harassing people non-stop for months. I personally don't understand why he does this, because he's just got himself in trouble. And then he's going to be put into prison with like loads of other prisoners. No, don't free Somali. Put him in jail. Also, this isn't America, which I think he's going to realise soon. You know, you can't really do hashtag save Somali. If you get arrested, you're going to be put into jail. And yet again, all of this is because he likes to harass people in live streams.
Free Somali, man! Free Somali, man! Free Somali, man! Free Somali! Free Somali! Free Somali! Free Somali! Free Somali!
He just looks like an idiot, doesn't he? Like, he doesn't look funny, he just looks like a clown. Everyone's laughing at him.
Free Somali! Free Somali! Where's the evidence? I want a lawyer.
You want a lawyer? I mean, you live stream the evidence, you idiot. Okay, so that was the clip. There are other videos. I'm not going to put them in this video. Just type his name into Google. Basically, there was another clip where he went up and was harassing someone. I don't know what he was saying, but he ended up getting punched. Like, he basically goes around and harasses people. There's a word for it in the UK. I think it's auditor, something like that. Basically, to go up and film people, they're allowed to do it, but they harass them to get a reaction. In America, they're called like First Amendmenters or something like that. I personally cannot stand them. I really hope they keep him in a Japanese prison instead of shipping him back home. Dude deserves to be humbled. I also find it funny how he's basically saying hashtag free Somali. You honestly think the Japanese police are gonna listen to you? Like, this isn't America. You can't do that stuff. It's not gonna work. Woohoo, finally F that guy and his crap content. I mean, I'm with you. Like, if you're gonna do IRL streams and actually stream your day, that's fine. However, he's the type where he just irritates people and he's just annoying. Have you ever seen one of them people who just do anything for attention? Whether it's positive attention or negative attention. That's the type of guy he is. And it's like, why? Like, I don't understand why. It's all a joke to him in camera. Behind the scenes, when reality sets in, he's gonna be the biggest crybaby in prison, I guarantee it. I mean, yeah, because he's also in Japanese prisons, like, they're different to USA ones. I think he's expecting to be let out within the space of like a day. Nah, if you're getting arrested, you're gonna be going to jail. Adults heckle high school student advocating for a mask at a board meeting.
If I get COVID, I'm gonna bring it to my family. And I talk to my grandparents a lot. They're higher risk than me, so I don't want to give them COVID. This time last year, my grandmother, who was a former teacher at the Rutherford County School System, died of COVID because someone wasn't wearing a mask. This is a very
Hey guys, we're here to act professional. Please, sir, go ahead.
Thank you. This is an avoidable issue, and by not wearing masks in schools, it's irresponsible. We're killing people. This is not something that we should be doing for the education of our students. Thank you.
Everyone's entitled to their opinions and masks. However, I think it's a bit weird that adults are heckling a child. Don't you agree with me? The woman in the background lost her job over that. Did she really? Oh yeah. I mean, to be fair, she was sat there rolling her eyes and basically laughing whenever he was talking about his grandma who died. All of the mean girls I went to high school with ended up being nurses. I don't know what it is about the job that attracts them. A lot of people always say that. Is that like true? Why do they do that? I would have thought all the mean girls wouldn't have had like a job. The authority over others and automatic trust people have in the position. Also, the nurses are viewed as good people. Sometimes bad people are attracted towards the job jobs that people view them as good people. For instance, as priests. That actually makes a lot of sense because recently in the UK we've had a case about a woman who murdered a load of babies. She was basically like a baby nurse, like she was there to take care of babies, and she ended up like murdering like 7 of them and trying to like murder others. And what that person said at the end's very true. You know, bad people will go towards jobs that are meant to make them look good. Priests is obviously, you know, one that always gets spoken about a lot. But even people in like childcare, you know, it's like there's some evil people who go into like jobs to take care of children and hurt the children. Even animal jobs, you know, people go there to hurt the animals. It really does show you how evil and fake some people are. Imagine becoming world famous for rolling your eyes at a kid who's concerned about his grandparents dying from COVID while holding up a sign, "Let our kids smile," no less. Something that I find so interesting about the whole mask debate in America is that if you go to Asia, they always wear a mask. That first video we watched, a police officer was wearing a mask. They're literally used to it. I feel like that type of woman is the type of woman to just like spread lies about it. I feel like she goes around saying that like it stops oxygen getting to your brain. Go to Asia, literally go to any Asian country, they always wear masks, especially in the big cities. They've been doing it for years, since like the 2000s. I just think it's so interesting and fascinating how adults think masks are to control people, and yet again let our kids smile. It's got nothing to do with not letting your kids smile. They can smile under a mask. It's about protecting older people. But yet again with COVID, a lot of these people don't see what COVID actually done to people. Trust me, I've got friends and family working in the NHS. It is not pretty. Her name is Erica Cashier, a former employee for Cigna, who was fired after this went viral. She's an avid anti-mask, anti-vax loon who hopefully fell into the pit of obscurity and is never able to climb back out of it. Yet again, whenever it comes to people like that, they're always anti a lot of stuff. Usually anti-LGBT, anti-mask, anti-COVID, probably follow a lot of conspiracy theories and have some questionable opinions and views in other cultures. Like, I don't know why, they just are all the same. And yet again, she lost her job and she's famous for that. It's embarrassing. I wonder how he's going to explain that to the insurance.
You need to leave. You need to leave. You need to leave.
Oh!
You need to leave.
Okay, I actually feel really bad for that man. Like, most of these public freakouts are funny to laugh at. However, I actually feel kind of bad for him. Obviously, then people behind the camera were winding him up. Like, don't mess with him. He literally put his head on his fist for the windscreen. Now, that's a freakout. That's also terrifying because if he figures out where you're gonna live, he's gonna come for you. He's gonna feel that hand pulsing for the next couple of days. What is so scary to me is the fact that he put his fist through, like, the windscreen. Like, that's terrifying. I couldn't do that. And yet again, I think it's so fascinating whenever people get angry to start beating stuff up. It's kind of like their body forgets about the pain and then they feel it a day later. Never seen someone headbutt the hood of their car before. Doctor's gonna get a kick out of that when he comes in with a busted up face or in the jail. We don't know what happened after that video. The man literally might go after him. Like, he might not be going to hospital, he might be going to jail. I've never seen someone able to punch and break a windshield. That's pretty insane. It's also pretty scary. Like, it's scary to think that he's that strong. He's basically like the Hulk. Nah, I'm so sorry, I wouldn't want to mess with him. Kickstreamer who harassed Japanese people confronted by an American. Okay, I wonder if this is the same guy or if it's like another one.
Is that you?
Yeah, this you?
Oh, I think it is him.
Sure?
It's me. Yeah, what's up?
I got a problem with you, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a troll. I'm a
My
troll.
wife is Japanese.
Okay.
You go there insulting people like that. You know how many people died from Hiroshima joking about this?
No.
So why
I
are you
already
joking about the people?
apologized. I was drunk. I was drunk. I know
You know
it's
how many
up.
families suffered, people suffered because of that? You're on the train harassing people like that?
I was drunk.
Don't do it again, bro.
I haven't done it again since.
I seen how people in Tokyo whoop your ass. You're lucky I don't do the same, bro.
Oh, it is the same guy.
It is, yeah. Because you go out harassing people like that, innocent people who didn't do anything. Japanese people are
Bro,
some of the most polite people.
I was
Japanese
drunk
people
when
are
it
the
happened. I
most
apologize.
polite people I ever met in my life.
Okay.
And you're on the like that for what, bro? For a little bit of clout? It's pathetic. Come on, man.
What do you want me to do about it? I apologize.
You have any idea
I
how
apologize.
awful Hiroshima was?
I know now.
Bro, that's like someone going to the black community in the U.S. joking about slavery. One of the most awful things that ever happened in history. Like, you don't joke about that.
So what do you want me to do from now? I apologize.
Don't do it
What do I
again.
Don't say nothing about it again.
Don't do anything. Like, what? And why are you bothering people for clout, man?
I was drunk. Somebody dropped a donation. It was a mistake. I shouldn't have done it.
All right, don't do it again, man.
Bro, you were my age one time too. I'm like early 20s. I'm
Yo,
drunk.
I didn't do
I apologize, bro.
How is he gonna sit there and be like, oh, I was drunk, you were my age one time? No normal person does that. And yet again, he doesn't realize how much damage he's doing to, like, Americans. Obviously, people can tell he's American. All Japanese people are gonna think, oh, all Americans are like that and then, like, hate them. And yet again, it's like, why? Like, if you want to do IRL streams, go ahead, do it to your heart's content. Don't harass them. Like, that's literally what he does. Drunk or not, Japan just needs to deport this guy already and be done with it. He's crap. I also think he specifically does it in Japan because he knows that they won't fight back. Japanese people are very, very polite. Like, they would never hurt a fly. If he done that in America, like, I'm telling you right now, if he went into New York, London, I don't even know France, and done that, someone would smack him. He already did get punched a few weeks ago. He got knocked out. It was amazing to watch. I can't put it in this video because of like guidelines. But I believe the reason he's in Japan and specifically targeting Japanese people is because he knows he can get away with it. Like, he knows they're not going to try and fight him. Dude was probably scared of being knocked out again by an even bigger guy. Part of me was switching that he did. Like, he deserves it. I'm so sorry. That streamer deserves it. NYPD undercover cops arresting pickpockets in Times Square.
What the Whoa! All the undies! Wow! Wow!
I mean, don't pickpocket and you won't get arrested. I'm very lucky where I've never been pickpocketed before. However, they're very, very smart whenever they do it. They can bump into somebody and basically snatch everything out of their purse without them knowing. Okay, so seriously, why the hell is she screaming wow when these people are the scum of the earth? Pickpocketers are human garbage. I'm getting the vibes, so maybe she doesn't like the police. She's one of them people where it doesn't matter what is going on, she will always be on the opposite side of the police. If you've had bad experiences, I can understand why you maybe feel that way. But yet again, like, you don't know why they're being arrested. She's probably just assumed they're being arrested for some other reason. They're pickpocketers, they deserve to go to jail. So the person filming is in support of pickpocketers by the sounds of it. I think I agree with you. Like, I think she was. Which yet again, like, why? If you don't know the context as to why they're getting arrested, why would you be for them? Or even against them, to be fair. You know, people usually get arrested for doing something. If you're getting arrested, especially by that many people, there's a reason. And yet again, do you really want to be on the side of them? NYPD did a great job arresting them. Nobody supports pickpocketers. If they do, they're crazy. Or they just hate the police. That's probably why. I'm gonna assume that woman probably hates the police. Don't know why. Maybe she's got a reason, maybe she doesn't. But yet again, if someone gets arrested, 9 times out of 10 they're arrested for a specific reason. And they were arrested for pickpocketing.
We got a Karen on the golf course right now.
Oh, he looks very tense, doesn't he?
I'm gonna take your clubs.
Then leave.
I'm not getting a fight at a golf course.
Then leave. I stand here and you can complain. Goodbye.
I'm not complaining. You're the one.
No, you're the one that approached me and I asked you to no longer speak.
You took her ball.
Please don't speak.
Is this an argument over a
You
golf
took
ball?
her ball.
Bro, you took her ball.
Just give the golf ball back.
If you need money for a golf ball, Walter, because I'll plant you, boy. Now get the cart.
Walter.
Walter.
Oh!
Oh, here we go.
You see that?
Oh.
Dr. Doodle's been to heaven. You want to test God? You come get it.
Okay, he's mentally ill.
Oh.
Oh my god, he's going red.
I know you.
Been to heaven. Leave me alone.
Oh my god, that is insane. He literally went from 0 to 100 within the space of a second. Well, he's getting banned from the course. I know as soon as he took off the shirt and looked down at himself, his ego deflated right there. I feel like he maybe forgot that he's aged a wee bit. Like, maybe 10 years ago he had had. Not anymore. And yet again, I can understand people get angry whenever it comes to sport. I'm with them people I go from 0 to 100. Never not like that. Like, I'm not taking my t-shirt off. The moment when he looks down at himself and then looks up at them, and the realization that what his imagination sees in the mirror when he doesn't translate to reality, and the rage about it consumes him. That's actually quite interesting what they said at the end, because there's been a few footage I've seen online where guys will look at themselves in the mirror and in their head they look 10 times better than what they do. But I also did notice that. Like, I noticed that he looked down and then looked back up and looked like his ego completely deflated. Like, he looked quite sad. Oh my god, that's an absolutely terrifying screenshot right there. Why does he look like Pepe the Frog? Yet again, why are you doing that? Like, people do that at bars. You're at a golf course. Was he expecting bigger muscles when he popped his top off? I'll wait till they see how ripped I am. Oh no, I'm not ripped at all, lol. Yeah, oh. I just know for a fact that he's gonna think about that forever, and then yet again it was put online. This video was seen like a million times. Like, he just looks like an idiot. Woman successfully ignores customers harassing her. Okay, so if this video is the type of video I think it is, I'm gonna love this.
So does that mean you asked for a supervisor for me?
Yes,
finally?
we asked for a supervisor, ladies and gentlemen, and they're on their way. I called them
Well,
10
hey.
minutes ago, and
Why
they're
are you
on
like
their
this?
way. So they'll be here shortly.
Why are you like
the
this, ma'am?
gentleman is in 29, row 29, all the way across with his kids, and he had one seat in 38. And I told him I wasn't
Well,
able
you're
to
terrific for
accommodate
this. I can't
his
wait.
seat because
I can't
the
wait.
flight is completely booked, ladies and gentlemen.
Get
It's
rid of you.
completely booked.
Oh, it's an airport,
And
Karen.
all
Very
his
nice.
kids are in row 29, and there's only one person in 38.
How do you get this job?
We're going to continue to run the process with zone 1 still
I love videos like that. Like, I just love it whenever someone tries to argue with a worker and they just completely backchat them. Why are you like this, LMAO? Exactly, why are you like that? Why are you acting like that, darling? Dude wanted to show Sushi played the host, love how it got to him. I feel like she also knew in the back of her head what he was gonna try and do, and she was like, nah, you're not. I'm gonna take the lead, darling. Love how the other lady is just pretended to do something but is actually just enjoying it. I know for a fact that they're getting a kick out of it. Like, they love it, and I love it too. You know that they're going out for drinks later and high-fiving each other. They should also get a pay rise. Like, I'm telling you right now, if people have to deal with customers like that, they deserve a pay rise. Every Karen customer that they come across, they have to be compensated like £15. They should be paid more for dealing with people like that. I've seen this before and I just love her. If you've ever been abused by customers, you can really appreciate her professionalism. I feel like that guy was also going to post that video on Facebook to try to like gaslight people and like make himself the victim, but he's the perpetrator. Sneeko finally realizes he got himself in a bubble with his red pill content. Okay, so I seen this video a few days ago on Twitter. This is shocking. Like, this is what happens whenever kids listen to Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate!
What? No, wait. We love women. We love women. We love women.
But not like transgenders.
Yes, sir. We love everybody. No.
All gays should die.
Yeah, merch, preach.
What have I done?
Can I get in the video?
Talk.
Can I get in the video?
Yeah. Talk to him.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah.
See, he's laughing about it, but it's really not funny because them kids have turned that way because of him. I probably had the mute loaded up, but they're basically saying stuff like F women, F transgender women, all gays should die, etc. And like, that is so scary them young kids are saying that. Easy to say things to a camera, but when impressionable children repeat your own words or sentiments to you, it puts things into perspective. Exactly, like they're literally talking that way because of people like him, Andrew Tate, and all them other people. Whenever you spew misogyny, racism, homophobia, transphobia, people pick up in it, like they turn that way. The look in his eyes right before arguing with children for repeating the same hatred he spews every day. I mean, yeah, they're basically copying him, and that's what the issue is. Whenever he makes comments like that, young people pick it up and start saying it. They're basically saying F all women, gay people should die. Like, that is not good. That's really awful. I genuinely hope this dude reflects in this clip. Maybe that's wishful thinking. I feel like you can almost see the moment he realizes that his words and actions have consequences. Like, he just hit adulthood in these few seconds. The thing is, he's not going to change though. He's going to continue on spewing hate like that. If he stopped talking like that, his audience would leave him because like they only followed him for stuff like that. They mainly followed him because they like the fact that he's homophobic, transphobic, probably a bit racist, misogynistic. But that's the issue. Whenever he spews stuff like that out in the daily, young kids are going to pick up in it and start saying it themselves. He didn't on Twitter. He basically said boys will be boys. I was like this at their age. I mean, you still are like that though. So yeah, that's literally proving my point that whenever you hear stuff like that from a young child and you don't nip it in the head, it goes into adulthood. Hopefully them kids one day will look at that and realize that it's not right and they'll grow out of it. Then they might not, and that's the issue. Like, they might grow into it, they become worse, they'll turn into Sneeko or Andrew Tate. And then the thing is, if they have them opinions, they're saying stuff, they'll teach other people that. They could attack a transgender woman, a gay man, a woman. When people make statements like that, it has consequences, and it usually harms my community. Luckily, I don't think this kid agrees with his friends. I really hope he doesn't. Like, I really hope that was an eye-opener for him. I hope that kid realizes that what they said was so wrong and distance themselves from them. Because put it this way, if your friends are like that, you're eventually going to turn into it. If you surround yourself with bigoted people, you turn into a bigot. That's the way it usually works. He looked uncomfortable. Glad he walked off without taking a picture. He looked like he wanted to move away from the YouTuber. Probably because he realized that like people actually believe what he was saying. Like, he probably was stood there thinking, oh my god, this is what Sneeko fans are like. They actually believe the stuff he says, and it probably like, freaked him out. I hope it did anyways. But yeah, if you ever do hear a kid saying stuff like that, nip it in the head. That's what you have to do. You have to try and stamp it out immediately. Because if you don't, they'll eventually grow into it, get worse, could actually physically harm somebody. Well, anyways, guys, let's leave that video there. If it seemed like more videos like this, let me know if you will. It's bigger scrub and see you all tomorrow for another video.